Happy Wednesday. So far, so good. Temperatures have been fairly decent all day long, going all the way through last night. Temperatures stayed in the upper 20s, in fact. And now we're looking at time-lapse, a beautiful rising sun. Of course, not looking at the sunrise, but watching the effects of that sunrise. That's our Quality Group camera from CC Heights on what is looking to be a bright and cheery Wednesday. Loving this weather so far. It's seasonably chilly, but boy, for this time of the year, if you can get sunshine, you're not dealing with obnoxiously strong winds, and it's not Arctic air. It's a great combination. You're doing really well, and that's the weather we're enjoying right now. The spell of quiet, tranquil weather continues today. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today it is another sun-filled day, third day in a row, 3 days in a row that we have done this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, each day warmer than the last. Looking at maybe mid-30s by day's end today. So it looks like we're going to enjoy another stellar example of early December, early meteorological winter weather. People say, well, winter starts, at the solstice. Actually, in weather, we go by meteorological winter because for all intents and purposes, this is winter, and we're going by where the weather is. And we are, this time of the year, averaging below freezing for high temperatures and have more winter in our elements in our weather than fall, certainly, and I think that's been the case for actually quite some time. Most of November was more reminiscent of winter than fall. And, we're actually, speaking of temperatures, we're going to do better than the seasonal average today. Yesterday we reached 34. Today look for high temperatures around 35, maybe 36. Maybe the warmest day of the week as we get closer to the weekend with more of this going on. 28 right now in Rochester, just minutes after 9 on this bright and cheery Wednesday morning. La Crosse 37, it's 34 in Winona, and Albert Lea 30 degrees. Austin 36. Seems balmy there. Kind of a brisk breeze. That's going to be with us. It was with us yesterday. Not overpowering. We're talking about wind that consistently around 12 to 15, 16 miles per hour. So a brisk breeze is the way I describe it. Just that persistent wind, not gusty, not strong, just enough to knock that feels like temperature down a notch. 28 the temperature, but 18 the wind chill. And it's going to be like that most of the day. Temperatures will make their way to the mid-30s. Wind chill at best, maybe 26, 27, something like that. So with that chilly wind coming in out of the west again. 18 right now, the wind chill in Rochester, 28 in Austin, 20 in Mason City, and Winona 26. Day planner today, a lot of sunshine. There are those winds. They're going to be with us. Temperatures, though, cruising nicely into the mid-30s. Not moving a great deal. Of course, we're reaching that solar minimum, that the length of daylight, just not very long. So the sun is low in the sky. We have relatively fresh snowpack on the ground. So we're able to warm up a little bit, but if we didn't have that, if the sun is up longer, if the sun is higher in the sky, if we didn't have the snow cover, a day like today would be a whole lot warmer. But I guess we'll settle for 35 because that is technically about 4 degrees above average. Sunset 4:33 later on. Skies have cleared. We have that band of clouds. Watch that move it onto the south and east, and there it disappears just before sunrise. And now we're looking at a day filled with sunshine. Storm track has been to the north, another area of low pressure, just cruising away from the Great Lakes. More on the way from the northwest, another system that's going to stay north of us, but it's going to drag a cold front in our area, and that's going to come in tomorrow night. Now, ahead of that, extra clouds tomorrow, still a relatively decent Thursday, but behind that front, a colder Friday. One quick shot of cold air because we do bounce back to the 30s, maybe even flirting with 40 by the weekend. For 28 right now in Rochester, it's 31 in International Falls, Lincoln, Nebraska 37, St. Louis 44. Here is Futurecast enjoying that sunshine and high pressure centered to our south. That next Clipper system, a weak area of low pressure moving pretty quickly, comes in from the northwest. A lot of clouds tomorrow in our area, but see the snow way up north, Arrowhead of Minnesota, UP of Michigan, maybe far north woods of Wisconsin up toward Rhinelander and up toward Antigo and maybe even Peshtigo and Gillett, places like that up there in UP of Michigan and far northeast Wisconsin. For us, it's going to be cold, high pressure Friday, less wind with that. It's going to be a little breezy tomorrow night as the front moves through, but diminishing those winds first thing Friday. High temperatures on Friday only in the low 20s. 35 today in Rochester, 39 in Mason City, Albert Lea 35, 49, or I guess low 40s actually I should say, 39 to 40 in Algona. Brisk west wind 10 to 20 miles per hour tonight. Increasing clouds, a light breeze or a diminishing wind from the southwest 22, and then just a slight breeze from the southwest keeps things relatively mild despite the lack of sunshine. Not much sun, if any, tomorrow ahead of that cold front. So mostly cloudy on Thursday. 7-day forecast, sun returns Friday, but that's that quick shot of cold air. Now quick because it's only going to be one day in the 20s. We bounce right back with rising temperatures Friday night and Saturday, 30s over the weekend. And then Arctic air comes in on Monday with a clipper system. Right now, hard to say how much snow we're going to get. I would say more than an inch, but not a heavy dumping. Maybe a couple of inches, maybe a little more on Monday. And then behind that, falling temperatures continue. 20s Monday, single digits by Tuesday morning. We'll be lucky to recover to 10 in the afternoon. And by the time we get next Wednesday and Thursday, maybe even flirting with high temperatures around 0, if not maybe below 0 for high temperatures next Wednesday. That looks to be maybe the coldest day of the season so far. We'll have to wait and see because it looks like it's a short-lived Arctic blast. Warm air is going to try to come right back in toward the end of next week. Still a long way off to really pin down the details, but a quick shot of really cold air in the long term. Not a whole lot of snow. We have that one day of snow on Monday. Otherwise, a lot of sun for the remainder of this week. And really even when it gets really cold next week, some cold sunshine. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday, everybody.